Alright, we've got a 67 car that's been documented by Jerry McNeish as a real 427 Yenko conversion from 1967. Pretty cool. And we are here in Rosemont. It's Christmas time. But again, this is the kind of stuff that people come to MCACN just to go crazy over. Now, obviously, this car is not restored. And I'm assuming it was a factory RS, but who knows? Our factory Z28 rather, and it's RS front end on it. Let's see what other documentation there is. Originally equipped with a 396. Went to HARRELL shot for an L72. 427 emblems and traction bars. Documentation came from both Yenko as well as the Dick Harrell invoice. That's a pretty cool deal right there. Again, paperwork is so critical on any of these cars. And again, this is, like I said, this is the stuff people dream of finding. And again, through SPAN and through the Stinger program Yenko had done in 1966, he already had a dealership organization ready for these 427 conversions. This is one of the reasons you don't see them all being delivered through the Yenko franchise. But again, based on what that paperwork was saying, it's a Harrell conversion with Yenko authorization. And again, paperwork is crucial on anything like this. And you can see it's... might be a little dusty, but hey, at least it's still around. Piston flaps. YS 748. So it's getting a lot of attention here in Rosemont. But again, very difficult to find any 67 Camaro where there's provenance. The fact that there's both provenance from Yenko and from the Dick Harrell people is pretty incredible. So we'll walk the Nutcracker line here. Let's take a look at this other modified Camaro. Again, so I don't know if that was a factory Z28. Couldn't have been if it was delivered with the 396 L78 motor in it. Again, I don't know if this is an ex-pro stock car. No paperwork on it. Obviously hung up wet. And the rust is free. Pretty nice though. And console 4-speed aftermarket tack. Looks like there's a tack in the dash. And of course that slow front tunnel ram hood scoop developed by John Bonham as part of the Chrysler Pro Stock program, but became very popular with all of the manufacturers because of its functionality. Eventually, of course, you know, they put a snorkel end on the top of that to really separate that boundary level air from the rest of the car. But again, we are here at MCACN. You can see the bar is open, and again, these two Z28s that are not really Z28s, pretty popular cars. So, and this is Stunkard, and we will be back. All right, we're going to just take a quick walkthrough on these 1969 Camaros in various states of dress, so to speak. So we'll start with this SS396. Again, it's SSRS combo package. Eric Simmons owns this particular car. Houndstooth interior, 4-speed, Rally Sport interior, of course, with all the extras in it. Can't tell if it's a fold-down back seat. Looks like it might be. Bumperettes, As you know, if you bought the RS on the SS package, you got the SS trim, the SS emblems and stuff instead of the RS emblem. Gorgeous car. And here's one with a Stinger hood on it. Let's see what the story behind this is. And that Stinger actually was a pretty cool piece, and that one's functional. That one's open in the front. This is an L78 from '69 by Peter DeGrosso. And I don't know if there's a story behind this car or not. Maybe it had some racing done with it. There's a Summer Nationals decal in the back window. The hearse looks original. I'm not sure if the Summer Nationals is or not. Might be. Nothing personal there, just don't know. And again, 4-speed attack. Oh, and here's where the situation is there. Okay, so this might have been a car that Baldwin did some breathing on. Might not have gotten a 427 installation. But if that's an actual Baldwin released, Baldwin sold car, it's pretty cool. It makes sense why it'd have a Summer Nationals decal in the window from the Northeast. And 1969 Copo, Hugger Orange. Berlin Hale owns this car. And it's got an award already. This was picked by Roger Quillett, maybe at Passion Magazine. Again, another 4-speed console. All right, well, that is a Copo build, not a Yenko car. Bit of tire in the back. All right, got a Z28 here again, ZL2 hoods, and everything but the Stinger. That was for air cleaner clearance on these cars. And Bill and Pat Clemens own this one. And if you look, yes, factory JL8 4-wheel disc brakes from 1969, something you don't see very much on anything, and very desirable option. Bumperettes. Again, this was the follow-up year to the Penske Donahue Championship of '68, and the Z28 was really on the map by this point. And of course, the extended sales window for the 1969 models meant that there were more '69 Camaros built than the previous 2 years. In fact, if you know your Mopar history, there were more '69 Camaros built than all the Cuda, Barracuda, and Challenger production over 5 years combined. That's how many they built. It was, I think, if I remember right, it was over 700,000 units. Big, big number. All right, here's an RS Z28. This one's owned by Gary Namanis. And again, you can see the JL8s on the car over there. This one's probably got the standard deal on it. But the Z28 came with that 302-inch engine, which of course was mandated by the SSCA rules at the time. That's why Ford had a 302. That's why Chevy had a 302. And Chrysler's involvement in 1970 was partially due to the fact they dropped that rule. You could put any engine you want. So Chevy, of course, went to the LT1 reverse cooling technology 350, and Chrysler had the 340, which they equipped with the tri-power carburation, the 6-pack or 6 BBL carburation only on that model. No other 340 from the factory ever came with that. So, and finally, the beast from the east here. We've got a tunnel ramp. Check it out, 69. That looks like it's a small block. A small block with a tunnel ramp. I don't know if there's I'm not seeing any documentation as to why whether the car was a show car or a drag car. Not a Z28. So the small block might have been a stroker. But Krager SS's. Very, very cool car. And that is the class of '69 here at MCACN. And this is Jeff Stunkard. Will be 2 cars we missed earlier in the weekend as we begin to run down through MCACN here, and people have cleared out. The 2 Sunoco Camaros from 1967. Some start racing. Car was restored to its 1968 appearance. Pat Ryan. And first used as a prototype in 1968. And the 67, or the lightweight 67 Camaro was raced by independent Canadian racers from 69 to 72. So anyway, Penske lettering. I'm really not seeing these are actually the race cars, but again, very cool to have them here. Obviously, that Penske Donahue connection is always good, and again, a big part of the stuff that shows up here at MCACN. Rest in peace, Mark. This is Stunkard. We're out.